Hello everyone! Quinn Michael here, Shaggy Troll Studios, channel 14, WMBI TV. You all know the drill by now, and it is time for me to finish a Ninja Gaiden I have not done yet. We have done 3 Ninja Gaidens so far this month. We did, let me think here, we did the arcade Ninja Gaiden in a co-op run with my brother, of course. That was fun, by the way. We got to, yeah, we got to play do that. I beaten the game legit on single player as well, so that was fun. Then I did the first Ninja Gaiden on, on NES. Showed off a bit of the PC Engine version. We might return to that later this month. We'll see what happens. Then, on Monday, only a couple days ago, we did Ninja Gaiden Shadow, which was a surprisingly fun game. Way easier than any of the NES Ninja Gaidens, but it was fun. You know? Very good game, Ninja Gaiden Shadow. So, glad we played that. And now, it's time for me to finish a game I've never actually completed before. Not because I think it's hard, or harder, that it is hard, but do I think it's harder than Ninja Gaiden 1? Well, I don't know, because I haven't actually finished it before. But, I do, I do want to, see if I think that I did it, because I don't think this game's harder than Ninja Gaiden 1. 3 might be harder than 1, but this I don't think is actually harder than 1. We'll find out, though. We'll see how I feel about that as this goes on. Well, I hit a part where I scream about how, oh, this is so much worse than the first game. Only one way to find out, and that's to play Ninja Gaiden 2. This is how it starts. This cutscene is etched into my brain from childhood. Yakio has been defeated, just as I thought. What about the ninja? He knows nothing yet. Good. Continue the plan. What shall we do about the ninja dragon inside? Nothing. No further need for him. At least, not for now. Follow the plan exactly. Now go. Yes, sire. Time shall come. Ryu Hayabusa. Gate of darkness is cast open. Irene Liu. All men shall kneel before me. Robert T.S. All shall hail me, Ashtar, as their new master. Ha 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 ha! That is start of Ninja Gaiden Episode 2, Dark Sword of Chaos. Oh, 1 year after the fateful battle with Jakio. New adventure begins for Ryu Hayabusa, the ninja of the Dragon Sword. Yes, Korea! That is how that is how that commercial makes a lot of people feel. So hey everybody, I don't know who's still out there in chat. I know I had you guys waiting for a while. I am going to start the game. That's my plan right now. Alright. Why don't we just start this up? This is 1990, so about 1 year after the original game. And they improved the game a lot at this point. Like, one of the first things they did is you can now climb up walls freely. Which does take a little bit of getting used to, because when you've been playing Ninja Gaiden 1 for so long, you kind of get used to having to, like, wall jump your way up places, but you don't gotta do that here. Although it's still fun. I wonder if I can make that jump from... I know you're supposed to get it from the other area, but I kind of want to see. Maybe, but I would have landed on the other guy. Boom, a shuriken. I ducked down to hit these guys, I remember. I was always kind of amused by the fact that these barbarian guys wandering around the first level look like mini versions of the boss from the first level of the original game. Alright. Ow. Look at that, we're already getting ninja showing up in the first level. Oh yeah, another improvement right there. We can see him behind me. One of the coolest power-ups the game has is shadow clones. Functioning kind of like how they do in Ninja Spirit, although I forget if Ninja Spirit came out before or after this. Ninja Spirit is cool too, though. You have 2 clones following you. They mirror your movements. And they also triple your firepower. The stage touch screen made me think you could play as Irene for a second before. Gaiden no Nindo was 1988, so yeah, that came before this, so that's probably where they got the idea from. Gaiden no Nindo is really cool. I love Ninja Spirit. That game is awesome. Always happy to play it. Alright, here comes our first boss. When he gets about the halfway point of the screen, he dashes forward, so... And he didn't even get to have a second run. Who are these thugs? They told me you were good. Who's there? Got snuck up again on Ryu. You're not a great ninja. Go to the Tower of Laja if you want to save the girl. You mean... Yes, Irene. Time to lose, Hayabusa. Move it out. Who are you? What the... The cutscene direction in this is even better than the first game, too. Who are you? What the? Where'd he go? Come on, Hayabusa. You may be the only one who can meet. No chance unless you hurry. Yeah, the cutscene direction in this is so good. I also love the upgraded art. Power of Light. Very, very anime art style in this one. Even more so than the first game. It looks great. It does make me wish you could have gotten the CD version of Ninja Gaiden with, like, fully animated cutscenes and voice acting. That would have been so sick to see a Ninja Gaiden show up on the PC Engine CD or the Sega CD. Sample drums were yeeted from this game for some reason. I mean, I still think the soundtrack sounds great. What's with the Jason masked dudes always showing up in every Ninja Gaiden? The arcade version, they're in the first NES game. They throw around axes and look kind of like Part 3 Jason. Here we have these hockey masked psychos in the red outfit now. There's always a hockey masked weirdo in these games. Well, in the first... You know what? I haven't played enough of 3 to know if they show up in that as well. And I don't think there's any hockey mask weirdos in 3D games. But that's me talking on my ass because I've never played any of the 3D Ninja Gaiden games. I should at some point, though. Hey, you want to see something crazy? Look at how many Fuma Shurikens are on screen at once when you do this. With all 3 of them. Alright, this was a cool stage as a kid. Alright, to make it across here, we have to wait for the wind to blow direction. Yeah, like that. There we go. There we go. YTMV scan? I don't know what that means. Whoa! That actually makes me want to reset the game. Holy shit. Really? 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 Okay, you know what? Fuck it. That did not feel good. That felt bad. I unpaused and died. I will not take accountability for that. That was stupid. That should not have happened. I love this background too. This city background is fantastic. Which, you guys should know that if you've been watching my streams this month. I've been using this background a lot. And right now, in fact. I will be skipping the cutscene this time just so we can get back to the next stage, but, like, that felt awful. If I had died, like, falling into a pit because I fucked up a jump, that would be one thing. This opening stage theme is iconic, too. Alright, time we go. Alright. And dealt with. Alright. Back to Act 2. Fucking birds. Every time in every game. DM you something. I did see the, you did send me the, Scottish Ranger thing. That cracked me up. Okay, what is... Wait a second. Hold on. This is amazing. Falco. I'm so excited against the Falco. He's speaking the language of the gods. Oh, that was magic. Thank you for sharing. That was fun. Okay. Now... back to this, and this time let's try not to die by stupid. See? The shuriken went crazy there. Forget what the scroll does. That was close. Really? I jumped 3 times in all 3 of my ninja things. Okay. Okay, yep, that's on me. I won't reset. That was on me. That was not a game death. That was me being stupid. Yes, you can climb on regular walls now. That is a Ninja Gaiden 2 feature. The 3rd game, they let you climb on ceilings too. I wonder how they would have kept that. That's what Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is. Because in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, you can climb on all of them. Go. See, it's the wind that'll get you. See, when it's blowing that way, if you try to jump up the wall there, you're gonna fall into the pit. That's really annoying too, because we were right at the end there. Which is when yeah, if you get here and you have like your if you get here and you have your what would you call it? If you have your shadow clones or your fire Mimpo, it would make this boss fight a total joke. It's about the hardest boss in the world. Just gotta watch out you gotta watch out for his pattern and getting caught in it, because... Yeah, see? There we go. Would've been nice to make it through the stage without, dying, but fine. Tried to ambush me. Who are you? The Archriseman from the world of chaos, led by the Emperor of Darkness, Ashtar. Ashtar. The end of your life draws near. Ashtar. Darkness. Alright, Act 3. Let's find Irene first. That's an excellent screen. Love that. Alright, this stage is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I like this gimmick. We're actually dealing with this gimmick in Ninja Gaiden Shadow as well. There was a stage that had a dark level like this. I like this sort of idea though because it forces you to use your memorization. Something I think is I think it's fun, especially because in this case it's not memorizing the stage through trial and error. It's giving you a brief look at the stage, and then you know, it's relying on you to remember what you saw. And not to do stupid shit like that. Oh yeah, the environmental hazards in this one are great. This is like I haven't played far past this next part in the castle itself, but like they do a great job with the hazards in this one. There's some really good levels like all around. Although I still think I like how creative the levels in Ninja Gaiden Shadow were. Just a little bit more by comparison. Ninja Gaiden Shadow just had some really good level layouts. The hazards you had to get past in that one were legitimately cool. It takes like 10 Nympho to use, so it's not a cheap get out of jail free card. Alright, now we're in the castle. Yeah, I haven't gotten very far past this point. I've never played the game, like, super seriously past this part. So, we'll see how I can do here. Because the idea here is that I want to try to finish the game tonight. It took me about 6 hours. We'll see. Not bad at Ninja Gaiden. Or really, ninja platformers in general. I'm actually not bad at that sort of game. I won't lie, these shorter enemies that you have to duck down to hit in a lot of cases are very annoying. Ah, that was my fault. I could have avoided that if I was paying attention. I checked with my neighbors. I still need to ask them about things, but I think I'm just watching the cat again. So that would mean I'm just watching the cat again. Oh my gosh. Wow. But yeah, if I'm just watching the cat again, that would mean I should be able to handle my streams this month without a hitch. Which means on Monday, next Monday, we'll be doing... dang it. We will be doing the Sega Genesis... the Sega Ninja Gaiden. So that'd be the Master System version, the Genesis version, and the Game Gear version. I think I'll start with the Genesis version, just because that one was a... Maybe? No, you know what? I think I should start... I don't know. Which one should I start with? The Genesis one is a beat-em-up that's not even finished. It was a prototype of a game that got canceled. I've played through that one on here before. Then there's the Master System game, which is very similar to the NES games. Very good, too. The Master System Ninja Gaiden is great. And there's also the Game Gear one, which I haven't played all the way through, and it's definitely a little jankier, but I don't hate that one. I think it's fine. I actually really like Ryu's sprite in that one. And all three of those were made by Sega. Like licensed from Technos, but made by Sega, from what I saw in the developer credits. I'd have to go look again. I think that's what it is. I'll have to look at the developer credits on like Moby Games or something. Or Sega Retro, I think. Sega Retro is the one that has like all the credits for the Sega games. I'll have to check that, but point is, they're all interesting, and at least in the case of the Master System and the Genesis beat 'em up, I can confirm those are not particularly difficult games. My brother can also confirm in the case of the Master System one. Not a particularly difficult game. Damn it! I did not mean to land on top of him. It was Japan System House for the Game Gear version? Okay. Japan System House. That's a weird name. Huh. Very generic sounding. What else did they do? Let me look here real quick. Gaiden. Sega Retro. What a good resource. Rockman. Oh my gosh, they did Mega Man 2 on Game Boy. I had that as a kid. Huh. Okay, they became BIOS. Okay. Okay, I see. I gotcha, okay. Interesting. I did play, that Mega Man game has some issues, by the way. And particularly the sound isn't great, but I have very fond memories of playing Rockman World, and I like it. I don't think it's great, but I played it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Master System version was Sega Consumer. What was it? Consumer. Consumer Research and Development. Yeah. So it was that and Sims. Sims made way too many things to list. So yeah, they worked together on a few things. Sorry, you know what? I'm gonna go take some cetirizine real quick. I don't know what could have made my nose go off like this, but it happens. I'm not even gonna like switch off the screen or anything. I'm just gonna be right back. Oh hey, Makai Tensho. I'm gonna restart that trailer up there, and I'm mute it.
山田風太郎原作の電気時代劇「魔界転生」完全映画化。魔界転生とはこの世に果てなる恨み未練を持ち、また尋常ならざる体力気力を有する者だけが魔界より転生し、再びこの世に命を送ることなり。ハルマゲドン、すなわち善と悪との世界最終戦争の勝利を期する魔界よりの使者由井民部之助小説の手により魔界より転生する者7名、いずれもこの世で名声を売るが恨み未練を残しつつ一度は死んでいった者たちばかりにあり、次々とよみがえる不死身の魔人ども。善と悪との最終戦争ハルマゲドン勃発はすでに目前まで迫ろうとしていた。しかしハルマゲドン前夜、この強靭なる魔人たちに立ち向かう一人の男が現れた。あの宮本武蔵さえその強さを妬む柳生十兵衛。魔人どもに挑む剣豪柳生十兵衛。人類の命運をかけて今十兵衛対魔人の究極の戦いバーリトゥードバトルが始まる。史実、虚構、そして魔術とがクロスオーバーした高等無形娯楽超大作。最新 SFX を駆使したスペクタクル巨編誕生。遥かなる時空を超えて伝説の SF アクション時代劇がよみがえる。魔界転生。
I love that game though. Curious Murasame Castle is great. Gotta love some peak Nintendo from the 80s. Alright. Once more onto the breach. I'm still taking this very casually. Good lord, these guys are so low to the ground. That was way too close for comfort. Was Kasumi mentioned in the plot before, Dead or Alive? Kasumi was invented for Dead or Alive. Kasumi, Ayane, all the Dead or Alive characters were invented for Dead or Alive. Ryu was put into the Dead or Alive games from the... He was there since the first game, so it's not like Ryu was, like, added later on. They decided from the start to have, Ninja Gaiden characters in Dead or Alive, but, those are Dead or Alive creations. It's just because they put Ryu in there, games take place in the same universe, you know? Canonically, they take place after, the NES trilogy as well. Also worth remembering that the, Xbox 3D Ninja Gaiden games are prequels to the NES trilogy. Take place before those events. And even then, their canonicity is debated by fans because, well, events don't exactly line up entirely between games. There are some things that make... There are some things that make no sense unless you, kind of tilt your head and, kind of blur some details a bit. Alright, here's our boss. He's a jetpack guy. Oh! Hold on. Hey guys, I think we can cheese him. Fuck. Not if we keep getting hit like this. Damn. Could have made that. Real? Yeah. They technically all take place around the same on the same timeline, but again, they don't quite line up. I don't think they actually intended for the 3D games to be connected to the original. I don't think that was planned by the people making them, but at some point they kind of realized, oh, we should maybe give some nods to the NES. Damn it! I keep stopping short of where the actual wall is there. But as of right now, all the games are still considered canon, although, I'll be honest, I feel like Tecmo might be working up to possibly create new versions of the older games. Don't quote me on that, I could be entirely wrong, but I feel like maybe they're leading up to that. Because Ragebound just dropped, and Ragebound's plot is actually set in the aftermath, not the aftermath, it's actually set, the plot's actually set at the same time Ninja Gaiden 1 is taking place. The game opens with you having a training match with Ryu before you're interrupted by a demon attack on your village, and Ryu is, he is given a letter from his father that lets him know he has been killed. And he has to go to America. Now, the things that happen in Ragebound don't quite line up with the events in the NES game. Because in the NES game, Ryu finds that letter from his dad in his dad's room instead. Then I get given to him by one of the Shrine Maidens, which is what happens in Ragebound. Ninja Gaiden Trilogy 2. We can hope it's a little better than Ninja Gaiden Trilogy was. Holy cow. I would absolutely play through a remake of the Ninja Gaiden Trilogy done up to the standard of Ragebound. There's a few things you'd have to change in Ragebound to make it work like this, but I think you could still do it. Mostly, what Ragebound lacks compared to these games that makes this feel like Ninja Gaiden, because they got almost everything else right. Right down to the movement, I think. I think the movement feels great. I think the movement feels very Ninja Gaiden in Ragebound. I think they got the movement just right. The thing they have to do to make Ragebound work as a full-blown Ninja Gaiden, like one of these, they'd have to include the sub-weapons, because you don't have those sorts of things in Ragebound. Fuck. Ragebound does have its own set of like unique skills and whatnot the character can use, but it's very different. Part of me wonders if Ragebound will have like a secret mode where you play as Ryu late into the game. Like maybe that's something you can unlock after you beat it. I'm not saying they will, but it would be cool if that were the case, being able to play as Ryu. Like a post-game thing. Not saying that is something that'll be in there, or that they should do it, or that they have to do it. Only that it would be cool. Fuck you, dude! It's actually really hard to focus because of my nose right now. I do not know what set off my allergies, but it can fuck off. Makes focusing on the game difficult. Fuck! Allergies are freaking annoying. They are! And mine haven't been triggering that much lately, but something happened today and I'm not sure what. Fuck! These birds. These birds, man. There's always these damn birds in these Ninja Gaiden games. See, the perspective on the walls kept throwing me off there. Oh my gosh. I hate these birds. What? Ugh. I do like that you get like a fancy noise to let you know if you've filled up your nympho. That's nice. Fuck! Stupid ninja. Stupid fucking birds. I hate them. Birds suck. What the hell? You guys saw that. It's like... What? Bruh. Call him Angry Bird. No, corner. Now. Fuck! So many enemies you have to duck to hit. Birds! Piss off, birds! Don't want you here. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Something about this part is reminding me of a part from Wonder Boy 3. Good game. Dragon's Trap was awesome. I enjoyed getting to play through that. Alright, I made it back to the boss. Kill. You did it. Hell yeah. Are you alright? You see you're still alive. What the? Oh man, that looks sexy. Take that! Ah! I find it hard to believe that a weakling like you would knock you. You Ashtar! Sword! the? Who are you? How did you get in here, you sewer rat? Hand over the sword and surrender. Power is completely surrounded. You want the sword, you'll have to follow me. The maze of darkness. For you! Green! Hey, Sayla, the king's all here. Alright. Sword. What is it? Called the Sword of Chaos. Grown out of the bone of the deep. Same way as your sword is supposed to come from the fang of a dragon. V, how do you know? Name's Robert. I'm with Special Intelligence, U.S. Army. Have to stop Ashtar before his sword reaches full strength. At any cost. Hurry, Ryu. Hit Ashtar in the underground maze. Alright. Farther than ever played into the game. Hey, look at that! That's a pretty sick background, I like that. Not safe for people with epilepsy, though. More enemies you have to duck down and hit. Now instead of birds, we're dealing with demon bats, I guess. Right, up we go. Whee! I'm in hell! Whoa, what happened there? I clearly landed on the platform. What happened? That's my fault. I hesitated. I'm in hell. Yeah, that's a Markiplier quote. I won't take credit for that. That's a Markiplier quote. Ah, well, shit. I deserve this. I'm completely normal looking place. In hell. Fuck. I have a although this is a weird thing, I have a fondness for hell-themed stages in video games. I don't know what it is, I just feel like those sorts of areas, the underworld, hell, Jigoku, whatever you want to use, I feel like they make for really interesting and often fucked up locations for video game levels. Getsu Fumaden has a pretty good depiction of some of the underworld stuff in it. Bond's Adventure has some fun, hell-themed levels. I always felt like Ghosts and Goblins didn't quite do enough with its hellish levels, frankly. They could have done a little bit more to make the levels look more sinister, I would say. Although, Ghouls and Ghosts having the level in the mountain with the tongues that you ride on, that's pretty good. I do like that. Heck, Ninja Gaiden for the PC Engine, that remake has a remade version of the cavern level you get dumped into that makes it absolutely nightmarish, and that's my favorite level in the whole game. I love how that looks. Okay, you heard it here first. I I like hell levels in video games. I think hell levels are really cool. I actually want to, I have this video game concept I'd love to make someday. It's a samurai game inspired by Castlevania in a lot of ways. Also inspired by some of the books and anime I've been watching lately. You know, books I've been reading, and watching movies I've been watching too. Inspired by a lot of that stuff. The same sort of stuff I'm talking about in my YouTube video, which hopefully at least a few of you have watched that already. Put a lot of work in on that. But yeah, and one level I really want to do, and I recognize that putting my ideas out there just means that somebody's probably gonna rip it off. If I put these ideas out here, somebody's probably just gonna rip my idea off and do it themselves, you know? But it's a good idea, so I think I should say it. I want to include a level where you're on a boat, right? And it's like a normal looking boat from the outside. But whenever you venture below deck, the interior of the ship is a hell level. You know, a pit of fire or maybe boiling blood that the player can fall into. Weird demonic enemies coming out of the walls, that sort of thing. The boat itself, in my idea for this level, the boat itself is a living entity. It's a giant demon boat that consumed its crew and passengers. That's the idea for the level. The boss for the stage, I don't know how much I want to talk about this idea. I don't know. The chances of me making this game are very low, so maybe if I just put the ideas out there, it'll be cool to see them show up somewhere someday, because somebody stole my ideas. But, I also know who I want to be the boss of that stage, because the game's inspired by Makai Tencho, so Demonic Resurrection. I wanted to have the legend himself, Fuma Kotaro, be the boss of this stage. For people who don't know who Fuma Kotaro is, he was the 5th leader of the Fuma clan of ninjas. And this was a group of ninja that specialized in, I believe there were 2 things specialized in. One was horseback combat. The other was naval combat. And the clan was composed of a lot of different types of people. Mostly brigands, thieves, and pirates. That's right. You know the old internet debate about which is cooler, pirates or ninja? You know? That age-old pop culture debate that nerds love to have? Right? Y'all know that one. Right? Right? Well, fuck you all, there's an actual historical pirate ninja. And his name is Fuma Kotaro. So I'd love to have a demonically resurrected version of that, person. You know, real historical figure, but he's become a legend, like a fictional character, as time has passed on. You know? So real person becoming fictional. Anyway, point is, it's like Fate. It's like the Fate Stay Night series. You know, that's full of historical figures, but they've all been fictionalized, right? That idea. By the way, might be spoiling a bit of my Makai Tencho video when I get to it, but the Fate Stay Night series wouldn't exist without Makai Tencho. That's a fact. Like a real verifiable fact. I'll talk about that in the Makai Tencho video when that happens. Probably won't come out till the fall, but I plan to start working on it by the end of the week. Like, I want to start working on the script a little bit more. Gonna rewatch the Makai Tencho movies while I'm taking care of my neighbor's house again. Should be fun. Do not steal, Shaggy patented. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii doesn't sound ridiculous now, does it? Nope. No, it does not. But, yeah. That's one of the level ideas I have for this game that I'd love to make. I would really love to make a Castlevania-inspired samurai game. I actually drew a concept sprite for the main character, too. I don't think I have it on my computer, but maybe I could real quickly... You know what? Next game over, I'll stop and I'll get the sprite so I can show it on stream, because that's not hard to do at all. It's hard. Dead or Alive Saturn opening, oh yeah. Man, I love old school 90s fighting game intros. I don't know what it is. I think they look so cool. Dead or Alive has one of the best of the era, in my opinion. I love the Dead or Alive intro. I love Dead or Alive, guys. Dead or Alive is so fucking cool. I know, haha, it's the horny fighting game, but like, it's a legitimately good fighting game, too. The fact that it's also full of cheesecake is just a bonus, you know? And look, I can't judge anybody for enjoying that aspect of Dead or Alive because my main is Tina. And well, part of it's the fact that I like the fact that she's a cool wrestler. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend that there aren't other reasons I've gravitated towards her. I am a red-blooded American male, okay? Fuck. Alright, there we go. Hey, hold on, let me get this sprite set up. Oh, actually, since I'm holding the controller, my NES controller is actually customized, guys. Look at that. I have another one over here that has both of its red buttons in, but this one, I specifically swapped out this for a couple of green buttons. Kind of green-yellow. It looks a little yellow on here, but they're very light green. Whoa, yellow buttons. They're kind of like a yellowish green. It's a kit my dad actually had with his NES. Originally, this controller had one green and one red button, but I decided to swap them both out. So that I have one controller with green buttons and another with the default red. There was an orange D-pad I could also put in here, but I ultimately decided not to do that because the D-pad is a little too small for the area. It doesn't fit as well, so it doesn't feel great to use. But yeah, there's my little slightly customized NES controller. And now, let me see about getting this sprite on here so I can show you guys it. Sadly, I don't really have much of an animation to go with the sprite because I couldn't figure out what to do with it, but I think the sprite itself looks pretty cool. Get that for you guys. I actually been meaning to do an edit for this sprite too, so I'm going to export it and send it, but I'm also going to do that edit real quick, so let me do this real quick. Stupid ads. Just waiting for the skip button to pop up. There it is. So, name the file. Yeah, this is Agu. Oh, I need to resize it, right? Because otherwise it'll be blurry. I'm also going to go over here and real quickly change his colors, because this purple color he's actually colored is not the color I'm going to go with anymore. Because I didn't think that looked good on the drawn version. Okay. Now I just have to post this in this channel, download it to my computer so I can show you guys this. Because I think it's a pretty cool looking sprite, honestly. To do this. Go. Now to download it, and while I'm doing that, I'm also going to go ahead and alter this a little. There we go. Let me download now. I can probably alter these colors a little bit better later, but this will be fine. Go save that to folder with my sprites in it. Alright, there we go. That took a while. Now I can load my file in here and show you. Hold on. Options. There we go. Image. Source. New source. And now we just find the sprite for Saya. I put in my studio folder. Here we go. And boom. I can size that up a little. Hold on. There we go. The sprite I made for the character. Noise sprite, thank you. I would love to work on it some more and maybe make something a little more dynamic. Give him an actual walk cycle. But, that'll have to wait, because, yeah, he's... I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to work more on this game idea. It's just making assets for a video game is, time-consuming, you know? It always has been. Anyway, I'm gonna edit him so that the blue-purple part is more of a green shade. And I'm editing it because my my art for him changed from what it was before. I'm actually drawing art of this character too. Let me find him. Let's see, it's in this book. Not there. That's my Kappa character. There we go. Here's the art of the character. And that is the concept art for the main character of the game. Yagyu Seiya. Family name Yagyu. Given name Seiya. Anyway. I'd love to make a game inspired by like Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden, and like the Futaro Yamada stories and whatnot. I have ideas for levels. I have a good outline for what the story of the game is going to be, because if you're going to make a game inspired by Ninja Gaiden in some way, I feel like having a pretty strong story and cutscenes is actually necessary. So I am going to do that. I am going to go out of my way to make sure the game has a decent plot and like cutscenes to go with it. That is probably the most difficult part of making it, but Wagyu Jubei. What the fuck? I landed on the platform too, you saw it. The game registered, I landed, and then it was like, actually, no, you didn't.
I'm just here to laugh at you.
What?
I came to laugh at you.
Yeah, like that.
I've beaten the game.
I know you have, but you've never finished Ninja Gaiden 1, so that makes this even.
This gives me right to life.
No. We'll finish Ninja Gaiden 1 and then we can talk.
I'll beat it someday. But
You hear that? He'll beat it someday. He'll beat it Sunday? Is that what you said? You'll beat it on Sunday? Eh? Is that what you said? Hey, you want to do it on Sunday? I will. No, I won't, because I have to go watch the cat, right? I was gonna be like, hey, if you go do this on Sunday, I will actually make a stream out of it. We'll go, let's watch Aminoid beat Ninja Gaiden for the first time. Hey, they use this level concept in, Bloodstained. Wait, how am I supposed to make that jump? Hold on, how am I supposed to make this jump? Oh, I caught on to it there. There we go. What if Kagemaru got into DOA? Oh, the Virtua Fighter ninja? That'd be cool. It's not like Virtua Fighter and DOA haven't crossed over before. Heck, the two games started out on the exact same engine. Oh, this looks precarious. Okay, this is reminding me of something. Look at him go! Look at him just splashing away in the water there. He's having the time of his life. He was just like, wee! Water! He's just... I'm about to die. He's sitting there in the water all like... Yay! Water! Oh, that should not make me laugh as hard as it does. That was great. I love that. He's just so excited to be playing in the water. Damn it. Oh man. Okay. Pick around a knife up my butt. My butt, you can't have it. Oh sure, he can just jump through the wall, but I have to suffer. Did that on purpose. Alright. It really likes to make you think you landed something and then go, ha ha! You land on a platform and then the game's like, hey Ryu, I heard hell's down there. And Ryu's like, yup, sign me up! Fuck. You know what, that is a legitimate complaint I have about this game, okay? The amount of enemies that this game needs you to duck down and hit. I don't like that. It's bad enough in the first game where you had the birds, right? Usually the best way to hit the birds was to duck as they were incoming. But, man, I do not like how many enemies in this game are low to the ground. It's actually really annoying.
Honestly, I found that all the enemies that are low to the ground are just...
Yeah, but it's still annoying to have to stop and drop down.
I don't know, it gave me more time to look at the level.
Alright, where is he? Where's our buddy? Where's the Pitter Pat Demon? Although I'll say that the enemies you have to duck hit still aren't nearly as annoying as the birds. The birds are the worst. Okay, a bird. A bird is the worst. I said a bird. A bird is the worst. Right? Now, this is a one-player game. Die. Fuck. I really fucking hate birds. Okay. What next? Huh. I'm assuming that's an extra life. If it's making it that hard to get over there, that's gotta be an extra life they're funny. Fuck. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get you eventually. Because I'm going to drop the Buchanan name of the Xbox game. I have no idea, actually. I've always wondered that. Alright, down we go. Yep, extra life. Nice. Whoa, that's a lot of will-o-wisps suddenly popping up. Oh lord, it's the pumpkin face guys. They're back. Okay, we made it to the boss. What am I dealing with here? Whoa, okay. After how difficult that last stage was, I'm okay with this being an easier boss. Like we're killing like a demonic fountain or something. Demonic water spout or a demonic shower head, whatever you want to say. Whatever sort of lame reference you want to put in here. Loving the different wacky enemies in this game? Yeah, it's great. What is he after? What does he want from me? Hear me, ninja. Ashtar! Mountain fight, or the girl gets it. What are you, 5? Don't do it, Ryu. They'll kill you. Show yourself, or are you too much of a coward? Fiend, Irene, I'll save you. Alright, Act 5. I think there's only 6 acts in this, just like the first game. Oh! Changed. Idea I was supposed to go what's up there, but it's fine. About it. Wow, why is that guy literally right there? Hold on. What's up here? I'm curious. Oh, it's just more info. Okay. We take those. Okay, he just ran off. Like, I'm bored, see ya! Whatever. I think this song was in the Game Boy version. Okay, you just spawned off the screen, I'll take that. This is reminding me of some of the stages in Magic Sword by Capcom. Love that game. Oh wow, okay, at least it's not an instant kill, I guess. Are the spikes instant kills, though? Cool. That is one of the coolest things about Ninja Gaiden, just on a mechanical level. Pretty much every projectile that gets shot at you can be deflected with your sword. Oh! Okay, you can't climb up that wall there for some reason. Interesting. Mark III Shinobi commercial showing above, nothing but arcade footage. Was it just arcade footage? Hold on, let me see. Let me get a closer look at that, because that isn't a, let me see, that is NES. Pray for Death. Rider, handheld commercial, Shinobi. Okay, let's see here. No, that's the Master System version. I think this last shot here might be from, that might be the arcade version, but That's the Master System version. I can tell looking at it, the sprite quality is considerably lower than the arcade version. The Master System version of Shinobi is actually really good. It's a great port. I also wholeheartedly believe that the Master System port of Shinobi actually provided the direct basis for what they would end up doing with Revenge of Shinobi. You ever hit what that was?
No. Oh, I had the Battle of not health. Battle of just a red. There's a lot of red.
Ooh, oh, and we're getting like the theme music too. Hell yeah. One who releases darkness with the immortal blood shall receive the power of the almighty evil. Legend shall come true. This earth shall fall into shadow, and the demons of evil shall rule forever. I'll get you, Ashtar. I'll finish you today for sure. I don't know it. Huh? Hey, so confirmed. Alaska is part of Hell. Antarctica, I guess, but oh no, they have actual ice physics here.
Yes. Elegance.
This is ridiculous. I was not expecting actual ice physics in my Ninja Gaiden. Wait, did the ice physics even apply to you climbing?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is crazy. Tecmo had some actual madmen working for them.
What?
That's
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to know what that is. I'm gonna find out. Hell yeah! Ice level jump scare, yeah. Second Best System Shinobi is Shinobi Champion Edition. It really is. It's a great port. You okay, buddy? And you slipped through the ice there. There we go. I'm surprised there was nothing on this screen. Okay, don't lie. You did that too, didn't you? That happened to you too when you were playing this game. Fuck.
Only the one time.
Well, it's only happened to me the one time too. I wasn't expecting it. Because the ice physics were still in play on the wall. My gosh. Fuck. Ah. But look at how far you slide, too. That was It's a nice reward down there, but I'm gonna ignore it. You know what, as far as ice levels goes, that wasn't bad. Show yourself, Ashtar! Last, the foolish little ninja is ready to fight. I love his theme. Take the girl. You! Irene! Take that! Ah! For you! Irene! You! Irene! Don't die! Blood in the NES game. See how the sword of chaos trembles with delight. Oh no, they got Irene. Ah! Back off, you bothersome swine. I'll deal with you later. Robert, take care of Irene. Ashtar! Oh, your inner power is beginning to show itself, man. No, you can never touch a sword so filled with hatred. Fool! Enough of your games, Ashtar. You and dare to do battle with Ashtar? Foolish ninja! I'll show you just how powerless you really are. Yes, all the way back to the start, right? All the way back to the fire line, right? That's what's gonna happen here. Oh, yep, just, okay. Alright, cool. I can do that. Let me see here. Velusip, welcome in. Jagos, welcome in. Yeah, hold on, it's been a while. Yeah, hey, everybody. I was a little distracted there by the cutscene. Ninja Gaiden 2, more shenanigans for no reason. They make Ryu into a Bond. How? How did they make Ryu into Bond? I don't know what you mean by that, because the only Bond-like guy here is Robert. Whee! Unless you're thinking of the Xbox Ninja Gaiden 2, which I've never played any of the Xbox Ninja Gaiden games. I just noticed the perspective on the ice towers jutting out of the water. That's a nice detail. The Bond's name, James' name. I've seen a couple James Bond films now, thanks to my friends. Good movies for the most part. Some of them not so much. I've seen some pretty bad ones. Not a fan of, I think it was Die Another Day. That film was stupid. I liked For Your Eyes Only. For Your Eyes Only was really good. I think the other one I watched that I enjoyed, although because I enjoyed this one because it was more silly, but Octopussy was actually really fun. Oh yeah, and Moonraker. I know Moonraker is stupid as hell, but I love Moonraker. That film is so fun. But I haven't seen a ton of Bond. I actually missed out on a chance to watch it with my friends recently, which was disappointing. I would have liked to have seen more of it. But, I can't always show up for all the shows, unfortunately. I do try to show up to the Bond shows when I can, though. I like getting to watch James Bond with my friend. A little difficult showing up for shows lately just because I haven't been home as much because I'm doing work for my neighbors. I don't think two of those guys were supposed to spawn there.
No.
That was just cruel. That did not drop off the stage last time I went through here.
That's just gonna be.
That's fine. I don't make it through the stage. Regardless. One of these days I'll get that jump to work perfectly. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for the lower path this time. Just some extra nympho, huh? Oh, the ice physics don't let me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Haha! What is the pattern on this guy?
Find it best in the run.
So you recommend a more calm strategy? That does seem to work better. Ooh. Ah, I couldn't avoid that hit.
Over this.
Yeah. So, Ryu gets to go, girls lost by next game. That doesn't happen in this one. It's Irene in all 3 games, dude. Ah, the force of darkness shall soon awaken. No one will be able to stop it. I think next is the final stage. Hey, David Alexander, we're going on the final stage. Guiding forces, shadows of chaos, whirled into eternal darkness. Act 6. Okay, I believe this is the final act, so here we go. Irene, are you alright? There's an altar. Up ahead. Somewhere. You must destroy it. Can't leave you here. I'll be alright. You're the only one who can do it. The only one who can stop them. Oh. Hurry. Alright. Go, Irene. I'll come back for you as soon as I can. Hold on. Robert, take Irene and get out of here. Now. Careful. Good friend. Interesting effect having those walls in front of them. For the foreground. Wait a second. There's like bits of castle collapsed in the cave. Is this like the ruins of the castle from the last game? I think that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's go. No, it's Irene throughout all 3 NES games. She nearly dies in all 3 of them. Also worth noting, just for canonicity purposes, Ninja Gaiden 3 actually takes place in between 2 and it takes between 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is the finale. Sorry, 2. This game we're playing right now, this is the finale of the series. This was Ryu's final adventure. Up until Ninja Gaiden 4, which... who here's watched the trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4, by the way? Like, the new 3D Ninja Gaiden 4. Because, yeah. There is... Man, what do the scrolls do? Oh, wait, no, my Nimpo's been increasing over the whole game. I did not start with 90. So those scrolls are, like, actual permanent power-ups?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty sick. I didn't even know that was a feature in this. As the game goes, if you find those scrolls, you can actually increase the amount of Nimpo you're carrying. That is actually pretty cool. That is a really cool feature. I didn't even know that was in this.
I think I had, like...
That's cool. I never knew about that. Let's see. There. Oh! That looks awesome! Now that's a background right there. That is a desktop wallpaper. You know? That's sick! You alright? Rest a while? No, I'm okay. What the? Uh-oh. Oh no! You're... Who the heck? Uh-oh. I have my guesses as to who that is. Look at the art. The art's great. Irene and Mary from Double Dragon trade notes. Didn't even know there was a 4. Okay, so 4's not out yet. The 4th 3D game is announced. It's coming out from Platinum, which is cause for concern for some people. I'll wait till the game's out to, you know, see what people think of it. But hey, this is a test for Platinum currently, because all their talent, their known talent left. Like I believe Kamiya? Was it Kamiya? Yeah, Kamiya left, and somebody else left too. So all their big talent left recently. So this is really kind of a trial by fire for Platinum to prove that they can still craft damn good action game, even without the big guys in the studio. So, best of luck to them. Hold on here. Yeah. Gaiden 4. Go. Actually, just to give you guys a better look, let me jump over to let me jump over to the theater screen real quick. It's 3 splits, Kami and Koda Clovers, and Alba and his group, and another junior split his own direction in the studio. Yeah. So this is kind of a big, oh, hold on, am I... Damn it. Hold on. Well, I can still interact with things. What is... Whoa! Okay, we're gonna give it a second. Somebody fucking kill me. Can I, like, flip this over like this? Yeah. Yeah, my computer just crashed to a full-on black screen. Fucking hell. Didn't even blue screen. I actually checked to see if, I checked to see if my, let me think. I checked to see if there was an update for, OBS to try this, alright? I checked. And no, I'm on the modern version. This is really seeming like it's a computer issue. Because this has happened every single one of the last streams. Alright? This has happened. And, yeah. It keeps happening, and I don't know why. I tried my best to update OBS, and that didn't fix it. I've actually went through and cleared up a bunch of, I cleared up a bunch of space on my computer, too, before the stream. I went through and deleted a bunch of stuff to try and clear up space, because I think it's like a disk space issue. I'm going to have to look up more, ideas on what I can do to possibly manage this, because this is the third time this has happened. And I am, like, actually genuinely pissed right now, because this just... I'd love to get a new computer. I can't afford one right now. I have about $375 in my wallet right now. That's all I have currently. I've been saving up my money over the course of the summer from my, job with the neighbors. I have not been buying anything. The only fun thing I'm still planning to buy is that $40 copy of Ragebound on physical. That's it. That is the one thing I'm planning to buy right now. Other than that, I've just been squirreling away cash, hoping that by the end of the summer, I'll have enough money to get something half decent. I still don't know if that's gonna be a case, because, man, I don't know, man. New computers aren't cheap. I've got maybe half of what I would need to get a semi-decent old computer. Right? And even after I get a computer, I'm going to have to figure some stuff out, because I really, really don't want to use Apple's or Windows OS's. Especially with all the AI bullshit that's on them, right? Like, I hate that shit. Can't stand it. It's getting easier to get in Linux. Yeah, but even then, with Linux, I have to consider compatibility when it comes to Linux. Like, what is this going to do? Is it going to be compatible with what I want to do with my computer? Because there's two things I use my computer for. One is my streaming stuff, my gaming and whatnot. So being able to stream games off of it is super important. I need to be able to do that. That is something I need. That would include, I'd want to be able, getting a new computer. Part of that would be being able to actually play my things that I have on Steam that I can't stream on here, because every time I stream them, my computer goes crazy, right? That's one of the things I would need. The other thing I would have to consider is video creation, because I want to continue making these YouTube videos. Now that I've started with my Ninja Scroll video, I want to keep making them. And I need... Whatever I get, I need it to be able to both do my streaming stuff with gaming, and I need it to be able to handle my video software creation. And I'm not going to stop using this computer entirely. I will be, I will be doing what I can to keep this thing running and functioning. I am probably going to start upgrading components of it, like actual physical components. Because I can do that. I know how to remove parts and put new parts in there. I would love to do that and figure out what pieces can be upgraded, what might actually help my computer to run better. I would love to upgrade the one I have as well. Incrementally, of course. Because this thing's by no means broke. This is by no means broken. It still runs. It just runs bad. And I'm sure I could get it to run better by replacing parts on it. But that's secondary, because I really just need a new computer of some sort. Proton OS, you're still moving toward Linux X. Yeah, I don't know if you're Steam OS. I'm also kind of considering, because okay, it's by Valve, it's Steam branded. That would indicate that it will run Steam video games, right? Like that would be the natural implication here. But the other thing is that I still have to consider, okay, how do I get my streaming stuff set up on there? Like what would I do streaming wise on that platform, you know? And I know for a fact that Streamlabs has a Linux distro, so I should... That's something I have to consider. Falco knows a little bit about getting Linux set up too, so I might have to do that too. It's something I'm considering, because I just don't want to use... It's funny, because I brought this up to my dad the other day, right? Where I was like, I don't want to use Apple, and I don't want to use Windows, and he's like, well, yeah, but you have to consider what programs will be compatible. Like you might have to use it. And I'm like, I really don't want to. I'm not going to if I can avoid it. I don't mean to, like, plug like this, but if anybody in chat would like to help out with me saving up for a new computer, I do have a Venmo account that is linked in chat. I believe the message just popped up. And that is something that people can donate to if they want to help me save up. This is not me saying anybody has to do that. It's just if you want to kick a few extra dollars towards me, that would really help. It's in there. Switching to Linux XP tenacity, compromises must be made, but if it's strong moral reason, it becomes easier. I have no problem fussing around with tech. Like I have done some really dumb and crazy things tech-wise. I love messing around with this stuff. I mean, I'm the guy who's so far hacked his Wii, his Wii U, his 3DS, and his PS2, all to do what I want them to do. I'm considering how I'm going to hack the PS1 to play both region-exclusive games and burned discs, because frankly, some PS1 games are stupid to buy. I am not getting a real physical copy of Rival Schools. It ain't happening, man. I'm not paying $100 for that game, even when it's like... I love Rival Schools. I'm not paying $100 for it, okay? And yeah, it is getting easier. Falco sounded like he was totally down with doing it. He understood the method. And I would love to get mine set up to do that too. So, we'll see how that goes. My computer has booted back up, but now we have to wait for Streamlabs to open back up. I was going to show you guys the trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4 to make some points about it, where it was going to be timeline and story-wise. But, nah, doesn't matter. I can just talk about it here, even if I'm not going to show the trailer. So, Ninja Gaiden 4 is a follow-up to the 3D series of Ninja Gaiden games. It's being developed by Platinum. It's going to be a bit of a trial by fire for them to show that they can still make an awesome action game, even with all the talent that's left them recently. If they can do it, that'll be great. I would love to see... I'd love to see them succeed. You know, I was blaming this on allergies earlier. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm not getting sick or something. My face feels weirdly warm. Anyway, So, Ninja Gaiden 4. What's interesting to me about that game is the trailer and what it's, just get the JP version. Hold on, let me look this down here and see what we got here. Compromises, yep. CMOS is how it handles GPUs, drivers, yep. Justified plug. They're all awfully true with Mac, mainly because the bloat and jank is more manageable. I hate Mac, and it has, like, okay, the bloat is more manageable. It's a safer environment to use, okay? But I hate how closed off the system is, the infrastructure. I hate how hard it is to fuck around with Apple's OSs. I can't stand that about Macintoshes. The reason I went for a Windows machine back when I bought this, and remember, this Windows machine is old enough to have the Windows 8 sticker on it. Very different time. But the reason I got a Windows machine was because back when I got this machine, Windows was still very easy to mess around with and customize and do what you wanted with it. It was a very free and open system. Windows 11 has been speed running the route towards not being that. It's bloated with all sorts of extra features you don't need or want. It has a stupid AI assistant that monitors everything you do. Like, I don't fucking want that. Get your stupid AI off my... Okay. I hate AI assistants. I don't hate AI, to be very clear. I don't think AI is an evil that must be defeated. It's a tool. I hate AI assistants. I have never used one in my entire life. Even back before we were calling it AI. Because this shit's existed for a while. Don't mistake it. This has existed for a while now. We've had this shit on our phones. Like, if you have an Apple phone, you've had Siri. These stupid Amazon Echo things have Alexa, or whatever it's called. I hate that thing. Your Windows computer has had a little thing called Cortana on it for a while. I've never used any of those. I hate them. I feel... my intelligence feels insulted that a software company has these stupid things in there to assist me. Like, I'm not smart enough to know how to use their product or how to learn. I hate this thing. I hate watching people go to ChatGPT and ask it questions on how to solve something. Because all you're asking it to do is basically go online and compile a general consensus on something. That's all you're asking it to do. You could easily go on to fucking Google, search out... Well, you used to be able to do this way easier. It's gotten harder because Google and every other search engine has gotten really shitty. But you can go online and search this up and find forum posts and Reddit and whatnot of people answering your questions. Instead of asking an AI to give you a garbled response of mixed up stuff where something might get lost in translation. Oh, fuck. Huh. Guess we're gonna need the super glue for that. I don't even know how that happened. That broke. Okay. If Windows bloat or enforce jank and you're fight with Linux and hardware drivers, walled gardens, or you pick poisons. Oh my gosh, Clippy. ChatGPT, these nuts, got him. Ah, man. No, I genuinely can't stand those things. I feel insulted when people, like when that stuff is forced upon me. I've never used it on my phone. I've never used it on my computer. I have very rarely used these Amazon Echoes, and when I use them, I explicitly use them just to set timers. I have never asked for an answer to a question from one of those machines. I have never gone up to one and met all like, hey, Alexa, how many cups of water is like 35 million ounces? You know, I've never done that. Because, I can just Google that. Or, if I think about it, I can sometimes figure it out for myself because, cooking math isn't that complicated. If I can be completely honest. But yeah, those things drive me nuts, and I've hated them For years now. I've been against this shit since before it was a hot button topic, you know, before everyone was talking about it. And the fact that you keep forcing this shit onto me. These tech companies keep forcing me to use this shit. I just want the option to say, no thanks, I'm good. You don't have to install that. It frees up all this other space for me to use for something else better. You don't need to bloat out your software with a random program that I have no intention of ever fucking using. Ever. I have no intention of ever using Copilot for anything Windows. I don't want it. I don't need it. Do not put it on my machine because that takes up precious resources that I need to use for other things. Get it away from me. If somebody wants to opt into having that on their computer, that's their fucking prerogative. They can have the AI assistant if they want it. All I'm asking for is the option to say, no, I'm good. And you won't even give me that. That is my problem. That is why I get so fucking pissed off with this. That drives me insane. Because people should have the option to say no. We shouldn't have to throw our hands up and go, oh, I guess that's the way it is. Big Daddy Bill Gates said that we have to use AI, so we're going to use it. No, fuck that. This is a free country. You should have the option to say, nah, I'm cool. I don't have to use that. I don't want to. You should have the option. You as the consumer should have the right to go, yeah, can you, like, not put that on my machine, please? Can you like, not? Please? These tech companies have gotten so full of themselves, guys. Like, they... Yeah. They've gotten so full of themselves. They think they're like, oh, we control the market. We can put all this stupid spyware on our computers. We don't even have to hide that we're doing it anymore. Oh, well, cool. That's my, that's OBS kind of starting up. Kinda. Hold on, I'll get that stopped so that you're not being assaulted by that. And instead you get assaulted by this noise instead. I would stop the noise if I could. Hold on, I know what I'll do. There, let me just shut that off for a second. I just muted everything. That'll have to do for now. I will not turn back on the commercials while I do this, just because that decreases the chances of something going wrong. Because I want to actually finish the game. Man. Okay. I lost track of what I was talking about. Let me check comments. Comments here. Conspiracy theory, they're forcing AI assistants because people won't buy them. They don't spend all that dollars, they have to force it on everyone and increase the price anyway. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're incorrect. All these companies bought into the idea of AI being the future. That this is what we're moving for. This is what people want. And when it turns out people didn't want it, well, too bad. We already spent the money. We got to get our worth out of this. Man. I could talk for hours, by the way, about all the things I hate about artificial intelligence and the way it's used in the modern age. Which, again, is not me saying AI should not exist, we shouldn't use it at all. Not what I'm saying. I'm saying I have problems with the way it's used now. From moral problems to logistical problems, I have a lot of issues with it. I have been completely anti-AI image generation. I will not call it art. It was never art. I will never refer to it as art. It's not art. If you think you're an artist because you type some prompts into a keyboard and then you sit there for hours tweaking the results, fine-tuning it until you get something that you like, fuck you. You're not an artist. Am I gatekeeping? You better fucking believe it. Because you know what? You know what? No. I get to be indignant about this. I get to be upset. I worked for decades to make my art look halfway decent. I poured my heart and soul into this hobby because I enjoy it. I get a great sense of fulfillment out of all my art here. Like this stuff comes from my heart, comes from my hands, from my brain. This is important to me, okay? This shit is literally a reflection of myself. You know? I ain't apologizing. This is my soul on a page. That's a little overdramatic, but still. I spent a lot of time to make my art look halfway decent. And these... I'm trying to find a way to phrase it nicely, and I can't find nice words to describe it. These assholes, these dude bros, who got thrown out of various art spaces because they weren't creative, who got butthurt because they had other people more talented than them doing art, coming in here going, haha, look at how good AI is. You guys are going to be out of a job. It's going to be great. This is going to be awesome. Those people were never artists to begin with. Those people do not even understand what it means to create art. To them, it's just making a little bit of a... It's just making... It's like, oh, I had a crazy idea. I'm gonna have a machine generate it, and I'm gonna throw it out there and talk about how cool it would be. It's the most shallow, base level of creativity. And I'm using... I have quotation marks around creativity there, okay? It is shallow as fuck. Meanwhile, I'm out here working my ass off to make some of the things in my brain exist in some form of reality to share with other people, for people to enjoy. My ultimate goal someday is to create some work of art. Hopefully a video game specifically is what I'm looking to make. I'm working on it with my friends. It's going to take years, guys, possibly decades, frankly. This is a big project that me and my friends are plugging away at bit by bit. It takes a long time for only a handful of people to produce the assets needed for something like this, because it's only 3 people working on this project right now, and me and Lisa are the ones doing most of the writing and the art. Like, it's difficult for only a couple people to do this. But my goal is to someday make a piece of art that sticks with somebody for a lifetime, that possibly changes their life or their worldview. That is what I really hope to do someday, is I want to make at least one work of art that can affect at least one person like that. Whereas these fuckheads over here making AI, talking about how it's going to take jobs away from people, just want to churn out a cool image to look at that will be forgotten by the next week. That is the difference. They look at it as nothing more than entertainment, as pure, just consumption. It's not about trying to say something. It is all about, hey, cool thing, consume cool thing, move on to the next cool thing. It's brainless. It's soulless. That is why I hate it. It is actively sucking our humanity away. There you go. Tinkered with LLMs, a lot of your previous system programming, but I don't find it useful. The quality of his work is horrible. Yeah, it is. Let's see. And that's good stuff. That's why I always pick arts over AI. How can AI be art when an artist can't put their soul into it for lack of better term? Yep. The pound diffusion model. AI can't be art. It cannot, by definition, create. It can only repurpose and reconstruct stuff it's been trained on. Oh, and I've had people, including friends, by the way, who I'm still friends with. I have not broken off any friends over this currently, because personally I think I'd be really stupid. But I've had friends argue with me that, oh, what AI does is no different from how an artist takes an idea and modifies it slightly. Like, just for an example, let me find my samurai drawing here again. This guy. This guy is quite obviously inspired by Jubei Kibagami from Ninja Scroll, as well as the general art direction of Ninja Resurrection. Like, maybe a little bit of Masaki Sagawa in there as well. But it's not just a remix of those things. It's not like I put those into a blender and then this came out. I still had a solid idea of what I wanted this character to look like. I still wanted to... Like, here's the thing. Even though my influences here are kind of obvious, you guys can see it, that is still 100% uniquely my art. That's not like a rip-off of anything. You know? That is... It's not just like a rip-off of the character or anything. He is my own creation. This art's a little harder to see. The lines aren't as strong, and he's got a purple outfit on, and I don't like the purple outfit as much as I like the green one, but same character. Unfinished drawing of him, but still. Thank you, Jerome. Let me see here. What else do I got in here I can show? Oh, hey, here you go. If y'all know me on Discord, here's another thing about art that is part of the process. Sometimes you draw something and you don't like it at first. Not a fan of this. I don't like how this looks. But then I gave it a second shot with just this little portrait down here. That is one of my favorite things I've ever drawn, and it's literally my face. I don't usually like drawing myself, but I did this randomly just to practice, and I wound up drawing this. Shag profile pic behind the scenes. Yeah, no, I actually love that. That art, if I could draw consistently at that quality all the time, I'd be happy for my art. Like, that's all I'd want. This level of quality consistently all the time would be amazing. Because that right there, you look at that, and all of my influences are right there in that art. You see a little bit of Toshihiro Hirano and Yasuomi Umetsu. A little bit of Masaki Sagawa. A little bit of Tsukasa Hojo. You know, you see a little bit of all of those in there. He's got, like, the City Hunter vibes, but he's also got, City Hunter's there. Megazone 2-3 is obvious here. A little bit of the Ninja Scroll look with the way I drew the face. Like, it's there, you know? But it's still uniquely my own. You can't look at that and go, oh, I can see all the individual components that are placed to put this. You know? Here we go. Here's something where I deliberately stole an outfit for one of my characters to wear. I drew one of my OCs, Mary, that's her name. I drew her wearing Mai's outfit from Fatal Fury 3. And even though she's doing Mai's pose and everything else, it's still uniquely my own art right here. Here, Ozzy, we came back to it later, it was a good idea. Yeah, no, you iterate, you know? And repetition is a great teacher when it comes to art. May not be good at drawing, but you made your own version of Freddy. You took inspiration from Part 2 Freddy, but the big thing is where you made his eyes fully glowing red, where you made like his lips to burn weird. I'm not going to look. That sounds pretty cool. Freddy's a cool character to reinvent. Somebody's knocking on my door.
Hey,
what's up?
Just a friendly reminder, when you guys switch the laundry and there's already unloaded, you need to check tags. This was not supposed to get dry. It's okay, it survived.
I looked at it and it was just like laundry from the bathroom, so I assumed it was all just laundry from the bathroom.
Yeah, but because it's laundry from the bathroom, stuff that the girls wear ends up in there.
Yeah, we just needed towels. I couldn't wait,
I get
so
it.
I did
I just
that.
wanted to remind you to like check for the tags on the inside and read them, okay?
For every single article, huh?
Anything that looks like it might not be supposed to be dried, okay?
That's very vague and descriptive for a male, just for the record.
If it looks like a fancy-ish tank top that one of your sisters would wear, check the tag.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you. I'm a guy. I'm kind of stupid sometimes. Yeah, no, that sounds like a cool Freddy edit. He's a really cool character to edit. I did a painting of Freddy once, a long time ago. I don't know if I could find it. It was a digital painting of the scene from New Nightmare where he like leans in through the closet and says, "Miss me." That part was good. Hi, here we go. This is a random Kappa character I made. He's a Kappa who is obsessed with American culture. See? So he's got like a cowboy outfit on. He's like let me see if I remember this correctly. Yes, like nice. Nice use of that emote. So he's like a Kappa from like a ninja Kappa clan. But unlike all his fellow ninja Kappa, he's obsessed with like Western culture and cowboy movies and stuff. That's the idea behind this character. I don't know if I'll ever use him for something, but it's a fun character. I like him a lot. Oh, here we go. This is how I can show a good process off. All right. Let me show this off because this is actually. Fuck. Shut up. Shut up, computer. Shut up. We don't need to run the intro again. We just need to get back to the screen so I can switch over to my actual computer after I'm done here. Alright, so here we go. So, that drawing I did of my character, Yagyu Seiya, the samurai guy. I actually had to redraw that a bunch because my first drawing of him was very janky. I wasn't quite happy with that. So I went back and I remade it. Looked a little better. Some still wasn't quite right, both proportionally and just vibe-wise. I was like, that doesn't quite fit. That doesn't quite look right. It wasn't until my third iteration of him where suddenly it was like, oh, that's it. That's the look. That's the character. That's awesome, you know? That was when I realized, oh, I did it. I did it! Proto-Yagyu, exactly. I had to work very hard on that. But it was worth it. It was worth it in the end. He looked fantastic. Trying to find something else I can show in here because not everything in here is something I should show off on my streams. I like drawing the ladies, okay? They're fun to draw. Oh, I can show this off. This I'm really proud of. I'm just gonna let that. This was one of my favorite things I've drawn so far this year. That just looks awesome. Ah, man. If it wasn't obvious, I love Devilman. Which Devilman is that? That is my own Devilman. I drew this myself. He had a, he is, inspired by various things, like the 80s Devilman stares a bit. I took a bit of inspiration from his 90s incarnation as well, but that is my own original depiction of him. Thank you, Sayla. I'm happy you think that. 1OC for your sister-in-law, it's a 1980s style vampire character. The base model was Molly Ringwald, and you made her into a heavy metal style vampire. That's something you can do too. Like you'll look at a person, right? And you'll think, oh, that's cool. Let's you know? But yeah, I'm not going to tell people not to use AI to make art, okay? That's the thing here. Or not art, yeah. I'm not going to tell you not to use AI to do things, okay? But it's not art. I don't know. I've been rambling for so long I forgot how this went. Basically, guys, I'm looking to get a new computer, all right? And I don't want any of this AI bullshit on it. That's the long and short, all right? I'm saving up money. I'm trying really hard to save money. I still only have around $370 so far. I've been saving up over the course of the summer. And boy, do we need a new computer because this thing keeps crashing while I'm trying to stream. We got about 5 hours into the stream or something, and then it crashes. It's happened every single time for the past streams we've done. It's really bad. I don't know what's causing it, and until I can figure out what's causing it, it's going to keep happening. You don't use any photo manips? Oh, yeah. Sorry, my computer's messing up. I get that. No, photo manipulations are fine. I use Photoshop sometimes. Well, not Photoshop. I don't remember what it's called, but it's something I had on my iPad that I'd use to make... Heck, my recent thumbnail for my computer videos, alright? The Ninja Scroll video I did. The thumbnail I did for that. I put that together in some art program. I forget which one, but that's how I made all of my fan not working if it's not causing it. My fan's working just fine, actually. This is the second fan I put in this computer. The original one gave out last year. My friend Cobra was kind enough to send me a new one, and I fixed my computer. I've opened this thing up and fixed it multiple times, just for the record. I have done work on this computer. I'm gonna open it up again and fix it once I get the. I'm buying a new Wi-Fi card for it because I feel like that needs replaced. Also, if I'm looking over, I keep looking over at the computer, like instinctively because OBS is open now. I'm gonna actually. We're gonna switch over to that now. Hold on. Just a second, folks.